Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to try something a little different today, and I've been wanting to do this video for a while, completely unscripted. Why put effort in making notes and stuff when you can just let it all out? Hopefully I'll edit it down to something that makes sense. But anyway, I've been wanting to do this video for a while, and it's about buying a tractor. So some of you that follow the channel might know that I'm retired and I've been working part-time at Cowlitz River Rigging, and part of my responsibilities there part-time is selling tractors. And I just want to share with you some of the buyer fears, seller techniques, and things to think about when you're buying a tractor. This isn't an insider trading information kind of video, and I'm not trying to sell you a tractor, but I've had the opportunity to talk to a lot of people that are looking at tractors and saw some of the fears and concerns that they have when they're shopping. So I thought I'd go over some things that might help you make a good decision on your next tractor. So first, let me say that at Cowlitz River Rigging, they are a family-owned business. There's probably 3 or 4 of us there that can sell you a tractor, and we're a non-commission family business. So nobody's trying to talk you into anything you don't want. They're trying to help you locate a machine that's going to work best for you. That's what I like about it. There's no pressure. We're just going to show you what we have, tell you about our experience and about the company, and go from there. So hopefully that sets you at ease, and I'm not trying to talk you into something about, you got to come to Cowlitz River Rigging to buy a tractor. That's not what it's about. It's not about Coyote tractors per se. It's just about what to look for, things to put on your list of things to try and to look for when you're shopping or thinking about purchasing a tractor. And if you've watched the channel before and several other channels that talk about tractors, I think one of the main things you need to look at is dealer support. Who are you going to be taking the tractor to when you break something or something goes wrong, no matter what brand it is, because that's going to happen. And so, do they have a shop there that's going to be able to service a machine? Do they have a reputation of servicing a machine and taking care of their customers? Because ultimately, when your tractor goes down or you break something, you want to get it fixed. If you've located a dealer near your area that sells tractors and they have what you might be interested in, and they have dealer support as far as they have good reviews, good reputation, they have a shop there that's going to service you and parts available, then the next thing that you have to decide is their brand the one you want? Does it have the features you want? Does it do or have the potential to do what you need it to do? And how do you figure that out? So when somebody comes in and talks to us about buying a tractor, we're going to ask them typically, how big is your property? What types of things are you doing on your property? Are you preparing fields? Are you doing food plots? Are you moving brush, clearing, like land clearing in kind of a wooded area? Are you doing a lot of loader work, preparing or maintaining a gravel driveway? Those types of things will give us a good indication of the types of things that you're going to be doing and what type of tractor, what size tractor that you might need. And then we're going to be looking at tractors. And the tractors, we have them set up at the shop there. We're going to have them set up from, smallest to the largest. And we'll have some typically available in most of the categories, and then we can get other tractors or other sizes that we may not have in stock. So, but we're going to try to locate what it is you need. And what I would tell customers and folks that are watching right now is that don't be afraid to go into a dealership and sit on them and check them out and test them and get a feel for them. See what you think of it. A lot of folks come in thinking they want something this size, and they end up in something this size. And it can go both ways. I mean, they think they want something a lot bigger than they really need, or they think they need something smaller and they really need something bigger based on what they're trying to do. And so that's what we try to do, is locate what it is they need. And you need to make that decision for yourself ultimately, right? Decide, hey, is this going to lift what I want it to lift? Is this going to pull what I want it to pull, or operate an implement that I want it to operate? And so you need to go through the dealership and get a feel for it. And what I would tell you as far as tractors go and brands after dealer support is, do they have the availability to get parts? How's the tractor made? Where is it made? And what do the axles look like? Are they heavy duty? What's the lift capacity? And so that's where I ended up at Coyote, because I looked at lift capacity. I looked at the way the tractor was made, and I think it's an excellent value for the money. The other thing is, and not to say that other tractors are not, I'm just saying you have to weigh that for yourself and not be afraid to go in and check it out. We don't pressure anybody to make any decisions. The other thing to consider is if you're looking at financing. So a lot of manufacturers have what they call their cash price and then their finance price. And it sounds like kind of a bait and switch or a game of some sort, but the bottom line is that most of the manufacturers do it, and it's dictated by the companies. And so the dealerships are basically in that spot where they have to work within the parameters of what the manufacturer sets up. And so if you're in a situation where you can pay a cash price, typically you're going to get a better deal, as far as it's going to be less money up front if you can do a cash price. If you do a finance price, the finance price is typically going to be higher, especially if they're offering a 0% financing. You're going to have an additional cost for that same tractor if you do the 0% financing. And how that pencils out is they basically give you cash incentives if you pay cash. And if you're going to finance it, then you're going to pay more. That's just kind of how that rolls out. And different models of the manufacturers offer different incentives as far as how much of incentive they're going to offer you on different models. And that's all dictated by the volume that the manufacturer either has experienced for that particular model as far as sales, or what they anticipate as sales. So sometimes every month or every other month, we're going to get information about what the price is on this model now and what the incentives are on this model. And so those can change. And so if you're in a situation where you're looking at a tractor and trying to make a decision, if you go in and get a quote on a tractor, it might change a month from now, because the price can be different, the volume sales can be different on that model, and the manufacturer will change what the price or the incentives are. That's something to keep in mind. And I wouldn't hesitate to get a quote on more than one model or more than one tractor. I mean, do your shopping, go around and look at each place, each dealership, and talk to them. You might find out if they work on commission versus if they're just trying to set you up with the best machine for what you're trying to do. As far as implements go, a lot of folks like to buy their implements new because they can put them into the package of the tractor and sometimes finance the entire package if they're financing. Some people like to just buy the tractor and then look for used implements or attachments to put on their tractor. And I would encourage you to investigate both. And being kind of a tractor guy, I'm always looking at implements, used and new, and just seeing what the pricing is on each one. I can tell you from my experience that neither implements, attachments, or tractors have been going down in price. They typically are going up in price. And so if you're thinking, well, I'll wait a few years till they come down, that's probably not going to happen. At least it hasn't, in my experience so far, happening. One of the things that I learned when I was shopping for a tractor was that there's kind of two scenarios when you're looking at a tractor to buy. If you're looking at a used tractor, it's either well used and it looks like it needs some TLC, which maybe you're fine with, or it looks like it was hardly used. And if it has low hours and it's hardly used, you're going to be paying close to retail on it, has been my experience. And so if you're going to pay retail, then you have to think about, do I want to just pay retail and have the maximum bumper to bumper warranty from the manufacturer that the dealership can respond to in the event something happens or something goes wrong with it, or I break something, or there's a bad weld or whatever. So if you're going to pay retail, you want to maximize your warranty options. And if you're going to buy a used tractor, for example, if you buy a 5-year-old tractor that's got really low hours, that's good if you can save some money by doing that. But if you're paying close to retail, then I think it would be better and safer for you to buy a tractor that has a warranty. And so that's something to consider. Just because they have low hours doesn't necessarily mean that it's a good thing. A tractor that's several years old and has really low hours may have been sitting a lot. And sitting, generally speaking, for any kind of mechanical thing, whether it's a vehicle, a tractor, or whatever, usually isn't a good thing. Because for obvious reasons, hoses and fuel and fluids and all kinds of things go bad and wear out and get weathered, whether they're in a garage or not. So those are things to consider. But what I would encourage everyone to do if you're looking at buying a new tractor is go in, sit on them, drive them, operate them, and try different ones and get some quotes from dealers and find out what they have to offer. Because different than a vehicle, your tractor is a relationship with a dealer. And so if it's going to be a good one, then it's going to be a good one. If it's not, if there's the potential of not having a good relationship, or there's been problems with that dealership, then that's not going to go away when you buy your tractor. So find somebody that's going to take care of you. Hopefully I covered the points that I wanted to. There's a few in there, and I was trying not to ramble, but give you some valid information if you are shopping and looking for a tractor. So thanks for tuning in. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.